Dear friends, good morning on Monday the 6th of September. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. That's Psalm 139, the first 4 verses. This is one of the most intimately personal lyrics in the whole Bible, in which David describes the Lord's intimate knowledge of every part of his being. He knows his every movement. He is aware of his every thought. He sees him leaving the house in the morning and going to bed at night, and every moment in between. He not only hears every word that he speaks, but he knows exactly what David is going to say before he says it. Not surprisingly, David says in verse 6, "Such knowledge is too wonderful for me." Now, I guess we will all react differently to the Lord's comprehension of every part of our beings. Some of us will be greatly comforted by his perfect awareness and understanding. He understands us far better than we understand ourselves, and therefore we can turn to him for help in the muddle and confusion of our lives. Nothing is a surprise to him. Indeed, as David will go on to say, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. That's verse 16 of the psalm. The Lord has his perfect plans and purposes for every one of us, and many of us find this a wonderful reassurance, especially in these uncertain and troubling days. Others of us will be greatly troubled by the Lord's access to the deepest and darkest recesses of our souls, because there are things hidden there that we don't want anyone to see, let alone a perfectly holy God. Our instinct will be to flee from such a God, like Francis Thompson in his famous poem, The Hound of Heaven. I fled him down the nights and down the days. I fled him down the arches of the years. I fled him down the labyrinthine ways of my own mind, and in the midst of tears. But such an all-knowing and all-seeing God cannot be outrun. He never gives up on his pursuit. And when he eventually tracks us down, we find that we're not condemned and punished by him. In fact, the very opposite. We are overwhelmed by his love and compassion for us. For the Hound of Heaven is our loving Saviour. In fact, the further we've run and the deeper we've got ourselves into trouble, the more profound his compassion and tenderness towards us. So, allow yourself to be found by him today. God bless you.